Well, we got something coming up. I know you because I know you like to take a lot of pictures.
I do, I have lots.
This is called Wolverine. Wolverine is a way, it's a digital transfer converter. So what it basically will do, it'll take those old negatives or slides and it'll turn them into a digital format. So now if you've got pictures from 30, 40 years ago, whatever it is, or any time, and you want to change them and put them into a digital format so that you can send them via the internet on your computer or your phone or whatever, you can do that easily with Wolverine. It's a very unique system and it's saving people so many memories that they thought were gone. Did you ever just find you find like 6 or 7 strips of old negatives, 35 millimeter, whatever it is, this stuff. I got it right here in my hand, thanks Julie. You got these things, right? And you're like, what the heck? That looks like mom and dad. That looks like the Bahamas from the, and you don't know what these, it'll take these, which are tangible, and it'll turn them into digital images so now you can share them with friends and family. Again, it's called Wolverine. You don't need a computer to do this, okay? All you need is your old film negatives and it'll transfer them. You get a 16 gigabyte card to go with this so you can store them on that. It only takes about 3 seconds and it outputs the best images, like 20 megapixel images, and you can share and preserve forever. There's even a built-in screen so you can see what you're doing as you go. Julie's here.
Hi.
Julie, trust her. Hi, Jules.
Hi.
Love this item.
Yes, so this is brand new.
Yeah.
It's a brand new design right here. And what you can do, I know you were showing negatives.
Yeah.
You can take your slides and your negatives and instantly convert it into a digital file. So, okay, does this look familiar? We all have our boxes under the bed or in the attic or in the basement.
Old rolls of film.
Old rolls of film, slides and negatives. Now you can convert them. And I'm gonna show you how easy it is. And this is the best part. You don't have to have a computer. You don't have to have Wi-Fi. You don't need an app. It's a standalone unit that you plug in. And it comes with a 4.3-inch screen right here, an LCD color screen. So you're able to see them finally. So you can take, I have slides right here. Slides that you can't see what's on them. And it comes with the tray right here. And you just scooch it through like this, right there, and there it is. And if you wanna save it, you don't have to. If you want to, it's 3 seconds. Watch this. Boom. Well, that was 2 seconds.
That was quick.
And it saves it on the back, and what's exclusive is the fact that it comes with a MicroSD card. So you can put a 16 gig, so you can put up to 5,000 photos on here. Then you can pop it out, you can put it in your computer, you can print them out, you can do whatever you want with them. You can share them on Facebook. But let me show you again how easy. You take your slides or your negatives, your 135s or your 127s right here, and then you put it in this little tray right here.
There's one in there.
There's one in there.
Yeah, so
yep, and then you scooch it through like this, and if you want to save it, you can. What's nice is that now you can see it. And you press the 2 buttons, it just stored it right here. And you just keep sliding them through like this
smart.
Brand new design. And I'll show you a couple of things. So here's the slide. You just pop it through. If you want to save it, you go like that. And you can do it so quick. Most people have hundreds of slides laying around and they don't know what to do with them. Now you can go to town. You can sit at a desk in front of the TV and just sort through.
How much fun would that be to look, because my mother has tons of these.
Yes.
And they sit in boxes and I'm sure there's probably a ton of them of us when we were little.
Yes.
But those tangible pictures which faded and were yellowed and were in scrapbooks and things like that, those have long sort of faded away. This is a way to breathe new life into old memories and to bring them back and share them.
Yes, and the other thing is it converts it into a 20 megapixel file. That's better than your phones right now.
Yeah.
And it's also better than the original. So it really is up converting them. And it's so easy to use. Again, all you have to do is plug it in. You don't have to have Wi-Fi. You don't have to have a computer. It's very simple. And a 4.3
it's a big screen.
Largest screen in the industry. I'll show you again, slides and negatives. And by the way, your 135s and your 127 slides and negatives are 90% of what's out there.
So if you don't know that number,
most people don't know.
You are very safe knowing that most of your slides and negatives are gonna go through here.
Exactly.
And don't forget you have 30 days. So if you wanna get it home and you find for whatever reason it didn't work for you, don't worry about that. We have it at $149. It is free shipping on this today as we're launching this product. And it's only $30 on FlexPay. If you want to take the $40 gift card and use it on this, you could do that and get this for $109. I love it because I think, this is like, this is like something a professional would use who could make money off this.
Oh, you could have this as a business.
Easily be your business.
Yes. So again, it converts your slides and negatives. You don't need a computer. You don't have to have an app or Wi-Fi. It's so easy. You plug it in. It's got a large screen. So now you can finally see what's on your negatives and your slides. That right there is the tray. Okay, see that bigger size negative? This is what's brand new. That's a size that's 120 millimeters, which dates back to the 1930s. So if you have slides that go back from the 30s to the 60s and they're larger, this will now convert it. On the back right there, it comes with a MicroSD card. If you buy this anywhere else, you don't get the MicroSD card. And then that right there, that's the HDMI port, so you can connect this to your TV. Now you can view it on your TV, and I'm gonna show you how to do that.
Oh my gosh, so it's like, so we could call it your negative projector.
It turns it into a slide projector.
Oh, that's awesome.
Absolutely, that everybody can see. Okay, so if you, and you don't need to know the names of these, but if you have these big slides, this is what a lot of professional photographers used for weddings, World War II, right here. You put this is a new tray. We've never had this size before. It's a little bit more rare, but again, this will cover 90% of what you have out there. But if you do have the large ones, we finally have something to take care. And then it comes with that converter. Okay, so what I did here on the back, and let me show you with this one that's not connected. Everything is labeled. This is the easiest product you will ever use. It says HDMI, and this says your USB. That's where you plug your USB and you plug it in. For HDMI, you take a cable, and then you connect it to your TV. So think about this. Okay, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day is around the corner. There's graduation. You can, this one right here, I have plugged into the TV. So the reason why the screen isn't working here, it's projecting it on the big TV. So if you have people around, you can now, I have my,
there it
right
is.
here. Here's the unit right here that I have connected into the TV.
That's great.
And then you can take your slides. Watch this. Slides or negatives, 135, 127, the most popular ones out there. And now you can slide them through. And again, if you want to save it, this is a great way if you have friends and family over. Oops, what did I do? No signal. Okay, I probably pulled. I think our TV, hold on one second.
Yeah, you're fine.
There we go. No, I think we got disconnected from our TV.
Well, that's all right, but the point of it is, right, you can screen through with your family, you can pick the ones that you want, and then you can save them. While you're viewing them, you can continue to save them. So all the adapters are included.
There we go, got it.
All right, you get it back?
There we go, 135, there we go. And see how you just slide. So if you wanna save it, again, you just press the 2 buttons, and now you can view it on the big screen. I love this as an option. And if your this is the negative, and it comes with the adapters. If your negatives are black and white, then you're gonna look at it in a black and white. You just slide it through like this. I'll show you again. You can't mess it up. Oh, this is of my wedding. I never know what I'm pulling out because you can't see it on the negative. And we're storing it and saving it forever. Now your slides and negatives over time deteriorate, but not when they're a digital file. I'm gonna save this. They save forever, and it's a 20 megapixel, so it's up converting it.
Yeah, because I'll guarantee, because of the way film was a long time ago, we weren't even measuring in megapixel realistically.
Exactly.
You know, we were doing, you know, film rolls and things like that. So the present technology will up-convert those pictures to even better images than you get on your phone. Most phones don't have 20 megapixel cameras built in.
No, exactly.
I mean, most cameras don't even
I don't even think the latest
cameras.
phones have a 20 megapixel.
No, they don't. No, I think the highest I've seen is 12 or 16 is the highest I've ever seen.
So this is better than the quality of your top-of-the-line $1,000 phone out there. Okay, another thing, a lot of slides and negatives deteriorate over time, and a lot of them are bent or damaged. So I took this is a damaged slide, I mean a negative right there. It has a crease down the middle because it got bent. There's software that's exclusive with this package where you can go in and actually edit and fix damaged photos. So what I did is I printed this out right here. So I want you to see, look how bad that is. So don't worry if you have slides that are weird colors or negatives that have deteriorated. You can take this right here, there's the damage, and then look what I did. You can fix it in the software. Now, you don't have to use the software, but it's there if you want to use it. Another thing I want to show you.
I bet a lot of people will, because I know how many pictures I have, especially the old black and whites and things like that.
Yes.
They get so damaged, and you can remove, like here's a classic example. If there's a crease or if there's a little mark, you can remove that.
And okay, so I got married about 20 years ago, well, 20 years ago, and I want you to look at what happened to the negatives. All of my negatives, it's hard to tell here, but it has a green hue to it. Because it's damaged and they've been protected. But look what I was able to do. Turn it back into the original black and white. Now you can see that it has that green hue. And a lot of things in the 60s and the 70s have that orange hue. You can either use the software that comes with it, or I want you to look over here. Over here it has built-in editing right here. If you want to go in and color correct, you can see your red, your green, your blue. So you can either color correct it on board, or you can do it in the editing software. So a lot of things that you can do with it. Again, brand new design, largest screen in the industry. And in fact, if you're looking at the name Wolverine, they are the leaders in the industry in digital conversion. They are the market leaders. The largest screen in the industry, it's color. So now you can see what's on it. Then if you decide you want to save it, you just push the 2 buttons. It's so simple. And then you take a slide or negative, and then right here here's my adapter, and you just slide it through. It takes 2 seconds, and you can decide, maybe you don't want to save it. That stores it into a 20 megapixel file that you now have forever. And then people say, well, what do I do? You know, here, I'm storing them on here, right here. It'll store up to 5,000, and this comes with it, so you don't have to buy anything. But people say, what do I do?
And you can buy other cards if you want to get more cards. You have a lot of, I mean, a lot of people. It's funny, I don't know many people who don't have old negatives. Like almost everybody I know. You know, and I'm a little bit older, so I get that, you know, but my parents had negatives.
And slides.
From slides from when they were younger, too. I mean, stuff when they were in their 20s and 30s, you know, and they had old-fashioned film cameras. And they were, and those, nobody wants to lose those images. You want to keep them.
I know, you want to keep them, and now you can convert them. And then people say, well, what do I do once I store it? Well, you can actually print out the photos like I did. So I took some old slides from 1964 from Hawaii. These are the slides up here, and I actually printed them out. So because it's a 20 megapixel, you can print them out. And I bet printing them out from the digital file is better than if you print it out directly from the negative. Now, the alternative, if you don't have a Wolverine, is to ship them out to a company. And what happens is you spend a ton of money and you have to put them all in there. They'll develop all the duds. So you know, and on when
you don't get to see them. They see them, and they're like, hey, you know, as many as you got, we'll give you if we're doing per picture or whatever.
And on here, you don't know what are duds. So if you ship those out, first of all, you're risking losing them, but also you can't tell what's good and what's not good. I love that you're in charge. You have total control about what you want to save. If you don't want to save a picture, you just don't push the buttons. If you want to save them, it's just like this in a 20 megapixel, and that's it. And it stores it instantly. You can color correct on board. One of the other things that we tell people is when this comes to the house, you need a box of tissues. It's very emotional.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people haven't seen these slides or negatives in years.
You know, what's funny is in some of I have some photos of my parents. You know, my dad's no longer with us, but my mom still is, and I have photos of them. And yet only, like, good ones, maybe a half dozen. And I'm like, there's got to be hundreds that my mom has that are in one of those boxes that we could develop, and we could get all kinds of great shots that nobody has seen in years.
Look at the cars.
If you want to get it, it's $20 off. I failed to tell you, and I apologize, that we do have 2 colors. So if you want it in that burgundy kind of reddish color, it also comes in blue if that matters to you. They both work the same. All the onboard editing and controls are right in front of your face. It's really, really easy. They kind of simplified this to make it simple because they know you're going to be using it, and you're not, you know, a high-tech film developer and electronics expert. Maybe you are, maybe you're not, but whatever. I love the fact that my mom could use this. She could put her slides in and go save. Put a slide in, save. Put a slide, and then all you simply do is take that card out, pop it into your computer, and now you can ship those and send those anywhere.
Exactly.
Right? Send them to your brothers, your sisters, your family.
And that's your tray right there. Slides and negatives, so simple to use. I love it. 3 seconds, and you've saved it forever, forever and ever. So easy to use.
All right, we are. Julie is not going anywhere.
No.
Because you've got the sprocket.
Another new product.
I have not presented this one before.
It's new.
It's new. I'm excited about it. So those of you that love to take pictures and are looking for that instant fix. I love it. I always love that kind of stuff. I want to remind everybody about the yacht light. A whole bunch of you got an yacht light today, and I'm really psyched for you because